Poisson distribution is one of the very important discrete probability distribution that we have in statistics. We have other couple of examples which I've been able to deal with in my previous video. So if this is the first time you are coming across my lecture video of probability distribution, you will do well to check in the description and explore the channel so that you can get familiar with other types of discrete probability distribution as well as continuous probability distribution. But today we look at Poisson probability distribution. And again, don't hesitate to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, and also share it with others that you think can actually benefit from this presentation. My name is Dr. Felix Ayodele-Ileye. So let's get started. So the question is, what is Poisson distribution? Before we go into the detail of what Poisson distribution is all about, let's have a quick look at the presentation objective. In other words, what should you benefit at the end of this presentation? So by the end of this lecture, as students, you should be able to define what Poisson distribution is all about. And also you should be able to state assumptions. In statistics, generally, we have what we call assumption for every statistical test. Good. So Poisson distribution is not an exception. Also, you should get familiar with the formula for Poisson distribution and able to apply it to real life problem. So the question is, what is Poisson distribution? The Poisson distribution is also a model of probability distribution, and it's modeled after events that have number of occurrence in a fixed interval of time, space, and even population. Usually when we deal with random or independent events, we discuss Poisson distribution. Okay, what are the key characteristics of Poisson distribution? Number one, it is an example of a discrete probability distribution. The term discrete here talks about absolute value, okay? It talks about absolute count. And number two, the events occur independently. When you are dealing with events that are independent in their occurrence, we talk about Poisson distribution, okay? And again, the constant average rate, which is called our lambda, applies in Poisson distribution. I will explain more about that in the event of this presentation. But one unique thing about the Poisson distribution is that it applies strictly to rare events that happens over a short interval. Maybe you are dealing with something that is quite infrequent. We talk about application of Poisson distribution, or it follows a Poisson distribution. Now, again, we look at the formula for Poisson distribution. Now, on the slide is the formula for Poisson distribution, where we talk about the probability of x equal to x is given as exponential to the power of our lambda, lambda to the power of x over x factorial. And then the different components of this formula are outlined on the slide. The x is the number of events we are interested in, while the lambda is the average rate of occurrence, okay? The rate of occurrence of our event, while our exponential is defined as 2.718. So, but one important thing about Poisson distribution, like other type of distribution, is that it's also defined by the mean and the variance. But one unique thing here with the Poisson distribution is that our mean is also equal to our variance in the case of Poisson distribution. Now, when do we use Poisson distribution, or what are the applications of Poisson distribution? Number one, when we are dealing with rare events, which I've mentioned earlier on, maybe you are looking at the occurrence, something that occurred highly infrequent, okay? And again, events also occur at interval, and that is our rates represented by our lambda, okay? Now, an example is number of disease cases per day. Disease is not something that happens frequently. Well, we call disease is an emergent event. So, but when you are looking at disease as a form of distribution, plotting it as a form of distribution, you follow more importantly the Poisson distribution because it's an infrequent event, okay? An event that is quite rare in occurrence. More often, such events follow uh, the Poisson distribution. Now let's have a few examples to illustrate our Poisson distribution. Okay, we look at the case of disease cases again. The average number of mastitis cases per week. Let's say we have 2. So what is the probability of 3 cases in a week? So this is the pattern a Poisson distribution question or problem actually follows. So we have the case of mastitis happening twice in a week, and then we want to know the probability of 3 cases in a week. Okay, so that is the concept of Poisson distribution. Let's see another example. So the second example is on mortality events. So the average number of deaths in a flock per month is considered to be 1. So what is the probability of no death in a month? In this case, we are looking at probability of x equal what? Equals 0 in this particular case. Now, but more importantly, you should be able to solve real-life problem on Poisson distribution. And that is what we're going to be discussing next. So let's see the more examples to further illustrate this. Now, average parasite occurrence per sample is considered to be 4. Now, you have to find the probability of 2 parasites in a sample. So that would be the final example to illustrate Poisson distribution. But let's go into practical question on how to solve Poisson distribution. So the first one we're going to be looking at is a case of a veterinary clinic records that records an average of 3 emergency cases per day. So, and the question comes, find the probability that exactly 2 cases occur in a day. Okay, 3 emergency cases per day. What is the probability that exactly 2 cases occur in a day? Of course, that will be a rare event if the average occurrence of cases is 3. We have them as 3 emergency cases per day. Okay, so let's look at how it should be solved. The first step is to identify the values. Our lambda is the rate of occurrence of the event, which is given to us as 3 from the previous slide. Now, while our event of interest is 2, okay, what is the probability that exactly 2 emergency cases occur? So our x in this case becomes 2, okay? So the next step is to apply the formula. Now, this is the formula of Poisson distribution as has been earlier mentioned. So the exponential is to the power of lambda. Okay, our lambda is 3, so we say exponential to the power of -3, while our lambda to the power of 2, which gives us this, is to the power of x. So we say 3 to the power of 2. Now, why these 2 represent our x, event of interest? So we say 2 factorial. So what we have done here is that we have been able to input the entire component in our question into the formula. So if we go ahead to solve it in the next step, our exponential to the power of 3 is will give us 0.0498, and then we can compute for the probability of interest. Our final answer, if you do the maths very well, you will arrive at 0.2241. So this is our final answer. Now the question is, what does this actually mean? Let's see it in the next step. So it simply means that the probability of x is equal to 2, okay, will be approximately equal to what? 0.224. That is, having 2 emergency cases in that veterinary clinic. That is what the question is all about, and that is the answer we have gotten. So let's attempt to interpret this now. It simply means that there is a 22.4% chance of observing exactly 2 emergency cases in a day. So that is the practical implication of what we have done. So you must be able to relate this to day-to-day event, okay? And that is why we're looking at what it actually means. So let's look at other examples. The second example we're going to look at is on the case of a particular farm visit. So on average, it is stated that 5 animals are infected per farm visit. Let's say a veterinarian visits a farm or a clinician visits a farm, and he observes that 5 animals are usually infected per farm visit. Now, we have to find the probability that exactly 4 animals are what? Are infected. So from this question, we can easily tell what our lambda is and what our x is. Those are the 2 variables that completely define our Poisson distribution. The lambda is our 5 and the x is our event of interest. So when we look at it step by step, we can easily input it. Lambda is equals to 5, x is equals to 4. Now let's see the second step, which will be to input these values into our formula. So inputting it into our formula, we're going to get exponential to the negative 5, and then 5 to the power of 4 and 4 factorial. Now the third step will be now to compute. Now after computing, if you have done your maths very well, you should arrive at 0.1745 as the final answer. And then you easily state it this way as your final answer. That is, the probability of x equal to 4 is approximately 0.175. Again, what does this mean? Values sometimes can be quite complicating if you don't make sense out of it. And that is why we have the next slide talking about the meaning. It simply means there is 17.5%. You observe one thing, that what we have done is that we have converted the decimal fraction to a percentage so that we can make sense out of this. So we say there is a 17.5% probability of observing exactly 4 infected animals in the 5 cases that were mentioned in the previous slide. So that's the meaning. Now, if you have actually followed me carefully, you can appreciate that Poisson distribution is very, very relevant and very, very important in among statistical distribution. Now, let's look at a few take-home examples or exercises rather that will actually help to deepen your knowledge about this very important topic. So, the first one is on the poultry farm that records an average of 2 deaths per week. It records an average of 2 deaths per week. Now the question here, which will be the task for the day, is to find the probability of exactly 1 death, okay, occurring in that particular poultry farm. Or you could also find the probability of at least 1 death. So there's difference between finding the probability of exactly 1 death. In that case, in the first case, it will be P, probability of S equal to 1, okay? While in the second case, it will be the probability of X greater than or equal to 1. These are 2 different scenarios, and you can appreciate the insight on how to solve them. Now, let me give you a hint for the second one. For the first question, we have solved 2 different examples that I believe that you should be able to handle the first task. For the second task, like I've mentioned, it will be the probability of S greater than or equal to 1. And when you want to state it, you express it using the inequality sign. And then what does that mean? It simply means that we are going to look for the probability of S equal to 1, and then we also look for X equal to what? 2. It is the sum of these 2 probabilities that will give us the probability of at least 1 death. Because when you say at least 1 death, it means it could be 1. Of course, it can also be 2. But 2 is the maximum possibility. So that is why you are adding the probability of these 2 possibilities together to get the answer for this question. I hope this makes sense even to you as my viewer. Okay, so let's look at the second example. A veterinary lab observes an average of 6 parasite detection per sample. So you may also want to attempt this question. I want to get your feedback. Take your time. You can pause this video, take your time, look at the question, attempt it at home. make a note out of this and share with me your answer. I'll be willing to actually help you. So this is the much we're going to take on Poisson distribution. If you have any question on this very important topic, please don't hesitate to drop it on the comment section. And again, you should subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share with friends. And I will see you in my next class. Thanks for listening.